Okay, baby, I swear to you, this is not roast beef.
Okay.
Okay.
Tastes just like roast beef.
So I've used the lion's mane mushroom quite a bit in the past. I've used it to make crab sticks that didn't come out so well, but I did use them to make a crab cake. I use the lion's mane mushroom because of the way that it pulls apart, and it also has a nice kind of seafoody-like flavor. But one thing that I've discovered recently in some testing is that when you don't cut the lion's mane mushroom and you rehydrate it, it has an incredible meaty-like texture. It is really wild. You could see the beef-like graining in this mushroom. Now, as soon as I saw that graining in the lion's mane, I knew that I had to make a steak or make something that was sliceable, something that came out like a roast beef. And it is incredible. I've never made a sliceable meat that has a texture so close to that of real meat. Let's run through this, let's get going. Let's turn the lion's mane mushroom into some roast beef. So we're gonna start by slicing our lion's mane mushroom incredibly thin. I originally tested this on a deli slicer, which works out great if you have one of those. If not, you could use a knife. Just be careful, be safe, and make sure that you slice against the grain. So you're gonna be slicing down across the top of the mushroom all the way down through the base. Get these about as thin as you can. You definitely wanna slice these around as thick as a quarter, in between like a nickel and a quarter. So now at this point, we have these really thin shaved pieces of the lion's mane mushroom. It has this very layered grain structure that's very similar to meat. So I'm hoping that once this hydrates up, that we're gonna have a very meaty pool and tear out of these pieces of mushroom that I believe are going to create an incredible roast beef consistency. Once you got all of them sliced, we're gonna throw them in a saucepan, and then we're gonna cover them with 1.5 cups of cold water, 1 cup of soy sauce. Now mix up with an additional cup of water, 1 teaspoon Marmite, 1 teaspoon molasses, 1 tablespoon mushroom powder, 1 tablespoon beef stock seasoning. Now for the beef seasoning, I'm using this stuff, the Shangy beef broth. It has no beef in it. It is 100% vegan. I found this at my local Asian market. You can find similar products to this online. Just look at the ingredients and it should have no beef. It's gonna be an artificial beef flavor. And 2 tablespoons olive oil. Go ahead and pour that over the mixture. You're gonna start to see the mushrooms really soak this stuff in. Turn this up to about a medium heat, bring it up to a simmer, make sure that all the mushrooms are completely submerged or at least coated in liquid, and then throw the lid on it, checking it about every 10 minutes or so, flipping any pieces over for the next half an hour. Now, once these are done cooking, they absolutely look amazing. I mean, oh my gosh. They already look so incredibly meaty, but they are extremely overhydrated mushrooms. They are gonna be soggy and drippy. They're gonna be nothing like meat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer these over to a large cutting board. I'm gonna lay them out into a rectangle shape about the size of a second cutting board that I have. I'm gonna place the second cutting board on top and then 2 cast iron skillets. Now you could use a bunch of books, you could do whatever you wanna do to just press these down and press out the liquid for about, again, another half an hour. Once they're pressed, you can then give it a try. You can add a little bit of pepper to them. Now, if you want, you can also heat these up. Throw a little bit of oil into a skillet, throw it on a medium heat, throw them on the skillet, saute them up for just a minute. If you want, add some peppers and onions and cheese, turn it into a cheese steak. You can use my vegan cheese from the last video. I'm gonna toast up a bun and make a sandwich, and oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this thing. It looks amazing. Oh my gosh. This is the most meatiest mushroom that I have ever tried. And then I cannot wait for you all to try this insane mushroom roast beef sandwich.